Hey, it's Big Dipper here, and as we move forward through our journey of revisiting older content that is beautiful and amazing, we wanted to give you a little glimpse at what happens behind the paywall. You've heard us talk about Mom Plus Gold, all of these bonus pieces of content that happen over on Patreon. We do monthly episodes of something we call Sloppier Seconds, which is just me and Meatball in the studio shooting the shit, unfiltered, talking a whole lot of mess. And we wanted to give you a preview as to what that sounds like. So, for today's episode, this is our Pride installment of Sloppier Seconds from this past summer. And now you get to listen to it. If you like what you hear and you want to sign up for Mom Plus Gold, you can always do that. What we want from you, most importantly, this month, while we are on a little bit of a hiatus, we are getting ready to return in full force on our brand new YouTube channel. So if you haven't already, please go subscribe. It's youtube.com/at Sloppy Seconds Show. There are two S's in the middle of that. Sloppy Seconds Show is the new name of the YouTube channel. So please go subscribe to that. We will be back with brand new episodes the week of November 3rd. So get into it. Enjoy this preview of Sloppier Seconds.
Happy Pride!
Happy Pride!
Happy Pride!
Start over.
I think you should let the people know.
Happy Pride!
Hey everyone, happy Pride!
How are we doing out here, my little faggots and allies and dykes and they thems?
Oh, you're back on the inclusion of the
I've never
non-binary.
been non-inclusive of the they them community.
I agree with the statement that you've made.
Thank you so much. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. It's Pride Month.
And we're just two girls in boat neck dresses.
All right, so this shirt, I think I've done an episode of the pod in this shirt before.
I believe I've seen it before.
This shirt at one time in my in my younger years was made as a cover up for like stage costumes, because it was like a big, baggy, stretchy shirt that I could easily take off to reveal a costume.
Yeah, especially if you're gonna walk around in like a thong and a bra. You want
take my thong off and my ass go
boom.
So, but
wouldn't
now
the ass already be going boom?
I think it would be going ba boom, ba boom, ba boom. You know what I mean?
But then you take it off, it's still the same butt. The thong ain't holding nothing up.
Maybe it's like if you had a wedgie and the little part by the taint was still stuck up in there. So you were like, take my thong off and the ass go. And then it's like, whoosh.
Have we discussed the double butt?
No.
Butt.
Tell me about a double butt. Double butt.
It's where someone's so large.
Oof.
That the
Are
butt.
you going to talk about me now?
No, because you don't have it. Unfortunately, I would be using you as a prime example. It's where the butt goes like this, and then right here where it meets up, where the cheek is, like where the crack is, another butt.
Cheek meat?
The cheek meat comes down into a secondary butt. There's two butts, and the crack goes all the way down. You've seen this? I see it.
Wait, is it the bottom, the cheek meat?
So it goes full butt. Let's say top of the pants are up here. We get butt. And then where okay. You know where a boxer brief would usually come down and come to like a little...
Uh-huh.
Where the little butt is, like where the crack, where it would kind of come in like this, there's a secondary butt. It's usually about this long. And it goes, woo-woo.
Yes.
Secondary butt. Is it crazy to think... Let's open that up, see if there's a second hole.
Well, you have to go through that to get to the first hole.
I have not yet experienced that in the boudoir, so I don't know what it's like in there. I've just seen it on Go-Go Dancers.
Well, also, when you're face down, ass up, and all of it is spread, that secondary butt disappears.
We should have pride in our secondary butts, if you have one. You should take pride in it.
Yeah, of course, because all bodies are
different. And beautiful.
And nice.
And nice. I love all bodies. not polybodies.
We might have someone who's got something to say about that.
What? Who told her? You did.
Happy Pride.
Sick fuck.
Do you have any favorite Pride memories? I feel like we talk about Pride memories every year.
Pride.
We should keep Pride alive, especially in these uncertain times.
Favorite Pride memories.
Yeah.
Favorite Pride memories.
Do you remember the first Pride you went to?
The first Pride I went to was Houston Pride.
Okay.
I was about 13.
Oof.
My parents knew we were going, but they didn't understand in what context. And
wait, unpack that.
We went early, but my parents were like, "Oh, they're just gonna go watch the parade." And then I lied and said that we were gonna go over to my friend Jackie's house and swim after, but we stayed downtown until like 2 a.m.
Oh, and you got drunk.
Got very drunk. Went to the 18 and up allowed bar and met a man. I was like blackout drunk and was like making out with him. And he kept buying me drinks.
13?
Yeah, X's on the hands and everything.
Oh, so this partying thing is not new to you.
Been there, done that, babes. Love that. Been doing it since I was 13. And we had a wonderful time. It was just interesting that it was my first Pride and I was already like, okay, let's get to the...
You were like, Citibank?
Yeah, it was very that. I was like, I just kind of want to go to like the gay bars and see the gay people and like how they interact.
Here's the church, here's the steeple. Let's go to the gay bars and see the gay people.
And I do remember the lesbians were the ones who like came and took me away from the old man. And they were like,
babes,
you're too drunk. And like they told my friend, they're like, you have to get him home. And my friend was like, what do you mean? And they're like, you're drunk too.
Your friend was like, them.
Them. Oh. Miss her, Jackie.
Hi, Jackie. Shout out to
my lesbian friend.
Underage drinking.
I don't think she was drinking.
You said she was drunk too.
No. They told my other friend, Nick. They said, you need to get him home.
There's Nick.
And then Jackie was the one driving, and she had a little tiny blue car, and we called it the Blueberry. And she drove us home. She is now no longer a lesbian. Ex-gay, married to a man.
Happy Pride. Or maybe just a pansexual or bisexual person.
Could be beef.
Could be beef.
What's your first Pride?
My
favorite Pride memory would be Amsterdam World Pride, where I got to go with Nina West, Brooklyn Heights, Bianca Del Rio, Pablo Vittar.
Who we saw in Tokyo.
And I think Courtney Act was there too for a little bit.
The doll loves to travel.
And I got to walk around Amsterdam, and it just was so cool to see, because I was a different Amsterdam. Everything was gay. There was rainbow flags everywhere. The whole town center was like saved and reserved for this Pride event. All the gay bars were like serving alcohol all day long, and it was our day off of the show.
Oh,
so we really got to enjoy it, and we really partied. Went to a dark room. Stopped my man in the dark room.
Full of glory holes.
Yep, and that's where that story ends.
And you didn't take a...
That's where the story ends!
I was going to say cab to the wrong airport or the wrong
hotel. The cab driver took me to the hotel of the same brand, but by the hotel.
Well, that almost happened to us in Japan.
Yes, and that's why I clocked it real quick.
But he
took me all the way down there, and then I went, wait here, and I walked in, and I was like, this hotel looks different. And the guy at the front desk is like, no, you're at the other one. And I got back in the cab, and he drove me, and it was 200 pounds.
You spent all your earnings.
No. I made them pay for it, I think, at the end.
Well, that's smart. You said, this was my mistake. You go ahead and pay for it.
I don't think he knew.
Oh, you made the cab driver? I thought you made the tour pay
No, I made the tour person do it, but I don't think he knew. I think I made one of his assistants like forward it. It was like a thing.
Oh, you were like, and these are my travel receipts.
Yeah, kind of along those terms of like, because a couple times they'd be like, at the end of a tour, they're always
sometimes they're like, what'd you spend?
Yeah, how much did you spend? Or like, how much of it, like if you're taking the cab to the airport or from the airport to the hotel, they ask you for those receipts.
I know it's Pride, but can I tell you something about taxes?
Sure.
I think I've said this before, but did you know that each city in the U.S. has a daily allowance for business travel meal expenses? And sometimes that's like $80 or $100. Like you could be in New York for a trip and you could maybe only spend $30 on food that day. But rather than itemizing and deducting those receipts, you could just say, I was in New York for 4 days, so I can deduct the maximum amount per day in that city. So you can deduct more.
And there's your daily tax note from Big Dipper.
I am old and boring, I think.
You said it. So what was your favorite Pride?
Are you going to interrupt me again?
No, I think I'm done. For now.
I've had really good Pride experiences.
And then there was the one that you were going to tell us about.
I've had really good Pride experiences in small towns. Like, small town Prides are great. Indianapolis, which is not a small town, but it
big
is
down. Minneapolis, Indianapolis, big down.
But it is small-ish.
Ding, 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 ding.
Doing something at the, oh my God, what is it called? Is it called the Stage Door? No. Is it called the Open Door? What's the bar called in Indianapolis?
I've never performed in Indianapolis.
I performed there for Pride. That was fantastic. Performing in Boise for Pride is like so much fun.
I haven't done that one either.
One of my best experiences for Pride professionally was in Hudson, where I just did the opera.
I haven't done that one either.
I DJ'd. Justin Vivian Bond was the Grand Marshal of the Pride
Pete
Parade.
Johnson, first brick.
Isn't that right? The Grand Marshal of the Pride Parade. And I was on a Jeep DJing with some Bear Go-Go boys walking next to me.
Any double butts?
And double butt.
Double butt.
And we went down the main street in Hudson and I got to DJ. And then when we were done, I played like at an outdoor patio gig for like 50 people. Just this like tiny little small town Pride. It was incredible. Love that stuff. But I missed out on Pride in Chicago, which has like a huge, great parade and Pride celebrations for years and years and years, because I didn't go when I was in high school, I don't think. Maybe I did when I was in high school. I don't know. But as an adult, I was teaching, and I would teach every summer during Pride.
Oh.
And so I couldn't go to that until I was like 27. It was my first Pride.
That's crazy.
I know.
I kind of love when you see like families at Pride, where
Families.
It's family. Like it's a mom and a dad and their child, and you know you can't tell if a kid's gay or not, but as a parent you probably could. And they're taking their kid and they're being like, "This is culture."
Yes.
And they're like having a good time, and they're not like trying to push it on them. They're just being like, "Here's another festival."
Yes,
It's
they're not like, I'm here with my gay kid. They're just like, oh, it's a summer festival. Let's go to Pride.
Yeah. And the Pride I like here in LA is DTLA Proud.
Sure.
Because it's more focused on like the actual DTLA community, where there's like little sellers and vendors, and they're all artists from here in LA. And I just love that they're really trying to push. Sorry, is there something more important than me?
Our guest who's coming in 5 minutes.
Oh, so he's early.
Yes.
Okay. Should we kill him?
No, I want you to keep going. And then...
I just like that, but I just remembered like another huge Pride that I recently went to. And I think it was the first time I was able to just, normally when I'm at a Pride, it's a Pride gig. So you fly in the day before, you can kind of go around the night before, and then you go.
And then you go to Columbus downtown and the speakers don't work.
Columbus Pride was fun.
Columbus parties.
Columbus goes hard, and the little neighborhood was great. But this was Seattle Pride last year or 2 years ago.
As well.
And there's this venue called the Complex, which is like 5 bars in one.
The Cuff Complex.
The Cuff Complex. And that was so funny.
Were we there together?
No, I was there with Bitch Puddin' and Sigourney Beaver.
Oh, I was there the year before.
Before, I think, and you were the one who told me all about it. But they had the big street fair in front of it. And me and Sasha Colby were running around.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I ran into Logan Stevens and Lobo.
Uh-huh.
And Lobo introduced me to everybody. Oh, and Michael was there.
Oh, your bisexual friend, Lobo.
Yeah. And Michael was there.
King
Dwarf. Yeah, that was a really fun one. But I think it was also the first one where I was like, oh, more people here know me than I know them. Like, you know? So I felt special. I felt like I was getting.
I was like, oh, we started off with like a lovely memory. Just get back to the point where I did a gig and everybody loved me because I'm a star.
And that's why I love Pride. It's because it's about me, baby. At the end of the day,
it's about
me.
Well, I'm happy that we shared.
But the community was beautiful. I think the community in Seattle is gorgeous. I was at the Unicorn Bar.
Yeah.
And the Unicorn stage. And they really just go up for the girls.
What about, oh my God.
Queer Bar? I got to swing by there, and that's where everyone talks shit about Arietti.
Pony?
Pony's fun.
Pony's fun. And then there's the old gay. Well, I guess it's not gay.
Don't talk about yourself like that.
Cafe?
Hey, don't be so hard on yourself.
Cafe. God, what's the cafe called?
In Columbus, there was a restaurant around the street from the bar.
Around the street.
Around the corner on the street. And they had every type of hot dog you've ever dreamed of.
Did you get one with Skyline chili on it? That's an Ohio thing.
No, I didn't. I don't eat hot dogs. So I ended up getting a burger there. I don't eat hot dogs. I don't eat hot dogs.
Well,
I think a hot dog is a gross food.
Now
Did we eat hot dogs in Japan? You did.
I ate that corn dog. You ate half of it, but then spit it out.
Because again,
she doesn't eat hot dogs.
It's like a cocktail. The day is done.
I want us to take a little pride quiz before we wrap up this episode of Sloppier Seconds.
Oh.
Okay. Ready?
Sure.
Pride history quiz. It's totally natural to be lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, or anything else. But have people always been LGBT+? I have no idea where this quiz came from.
A website called Beano.
It could be very...
Take your Beano and there'll be no gas.
Very problematic. The options are, yes, people have always been like this. No, LGBT plus is a modern thing. And no, the ancient Egyptians invented it.
Yes, people have always been like this.
Like this? Okay. 2, when and where did the modern pride movement start?
Well,
London in the 1890s.
That says 1980s.
1980s. Paris last year.
Don't make me laugh.
Because you're sick?
I definitely am sick.
New York in the 1960s. Persia in the 1200s.
See, this is difficult. But I'm going to go with the common consensus is New York 1960s.
Oh, I was going to say Paris last year.
The first Pride event wasn't a party. Whoops. The first Pride event actually wasn't a party at all, but a big fight between the gay community and who? Themselves. The Army, the Navy, the police, or the fire brigade. This is the police.
Yeah. Could be the fire brigade because they were over capacity at Stonewall. Little known fact, it was the gay people's fault.
It was the gay people's fault that it started.
Over capacity.
No, don't start that.
That's what happened in Pittsburgh.
Well, yeah, that is true. When I heard that story and then read it, I was like, oh, the bar just didn't update their license.
And the PR spin that like the gays were getting raided. There were 100 people over fire capacity.
Yes, it was supposed to be 70 people, even though they recently like built it out. So they just let them have the extra people in there. Well, they didn't let them. Anyway, that's just wild to me. Capacity is dumb. Listen, if I want to die in a gay bar, stacked up a bunch of other gay people so our gay ghost haunt that corner for the rest of our death.
Sardine gays.
Let me do it.
Why have the gay community and the police fought each other in the past?
Because being gay used to be illegal. Because the police were jealous of the attention. Because they were both bored. Because gay people were talking... Wait.
Because gay people were taking the police's jobs?
Because being gay was illegal. Did we skip one?
No. Since the first Pride event in New York, well... He gave us the answer.
Beano!
The movement has spread. Has your movement spread? The movement has spread all around the world, but not everywhere. Why not? Because being queer is still illegal in some places. Because some countries don't have queer people. Because the flights are too expensive. Because of COVID. We're going to need to sanitize that microphone. It's because being queer is still illegal in some places.
I had a friend in college who was literally like, I was like, I'm gay. And she's like, it's crazy that there's so many gay people in America. There are no gay people in Australia. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, there's just literally like, there's no gay people there. Like, they just don't exist there.
Mardi Gras.
And I was like, Mardi Gras. There's a huge gay festival. There's rainbow flags everywhere. There's drag queens there. What do you mean there's no gay people? And she's like, I've never, ever interacted with a gay person. And I was like, I think that you might be sheltered,
Or
diva.
dumb.
Well, that too. Yeah, she fell in love with a guy with porcupine hair, and he didn't love her. She pined after him for so long.
She pined. What's porcupine hair?
It was like he spiked it up. He thought he was like such a punker, and now he writes Instagram poems and works in a coffee shop. Next question.
Throughout history, LGBT plus people have been kings and queens, emperors, scientists and innovators, all of the above.
Well, there are drag kings and drag queens. I am the emperor of this studio. Scientists and inventors, gay people know where to get the best drugs and how to make them.
Well, all of the above.
All of the above.
In the olden days, LGBT plus was just L plus.
And we should go back to that.
Then
I'm talking about the LGBs, baby.
Then more letters got added. True or false?
True?
I think false.
I don't think there was a plus. I think the plus is like within the last few years.
But the world is so misogynistic, it wasn't just L.
Oh, it was just... No, I think
was
it was
GBT.
GBT.
No,
or
it was LGB.
No T.
Full stop.
No T.
The biggest rainbow flag ever made was over a mile long. For a while it was... What? Read that sentence.
The biggest rainbow flag ever made was over a mile long. For a while, it was... ... What?
Oh, for a while, it was...
Visible from space, banned in the USA, the biggest flag in the world, upside down.
Upside down is hard because it is
Because
relative.
this photo, it is upside down.
How do you mean?
Well, you read left to right, and it's going purple to red.
Yeah, but what if you were flying in the sky on this side?
I don't think it was visible from space. Something that's a
in-
mile long is not truly visible from space.
This is in Key West. So we should say upside down.
No, we should say the biggest flag in the world.
Okay, the biggest flag in the world.
Harvey Milk was the USA's first openly gay what?
President, Mr. Universe, elected official, or superhero?
Elected official.
I thought we were going to get specifics like comptrollers or delegate, like Democratic delegate. It was illegal to talk about LGBT plus stuff in that kind of
stuff
in British schools until when?
2003 for sure.
I think it was recent. Who designed the first rainbow flag?
No, that's a...
Prince Charles, Buzz Aldrin, Megan Rapinoe.
She's a soccer player.
Footy, or a designer called Gilbert Baker. Okay.
Bonus question.
Last bonus question. Since the 1700s, Taoists have believed in a god that looks after gay people. I didn't know that. It's the only religion to have a god like this. This god is in the shape of an animal. But which one? A gerbil.
What are the...
A French bulldog.
A land snail.
A lobster.
Okay.
A rabbit.
Probably that.
A giant land snail. Or a clothes horse.
The image is a rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
But they're throwing us off. But I'm thinking Taoists.
Probably
a horse, right?
A horse. It was wrong.
It was a rabbit. That's the only one we got wrong?
Yeah. Everything was right. So the flag was upside down.
No, we didn't put upside down.
Yeah, we did. Oh, we said visible
No, we said largest flag.
I've forgotten everything. Well,
this is like the IQ test. I just failed that statement.
Great. Divas, we made it to the end.
Yeah. Who's Evan?
Evan. We've made it to the end.
Let me read your texts.
Thanks everyone so much for being.
It's Pride Month. You have to let a drag queen do whatever she wants.
Happy Pride. Okay, fine. Thanks everyone for being here. We love to see you up behind the paywall here at patreon.com.
Yeah, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you love these sloppiers.
But we wish you a good Pride. And listen, Meatball is going to be on the road all of June, so you'll probably see her if you're in cities like L.A.
This one's crazy.
Minneapolis. Read it. It's very prideful.
It says, I may have time Saturday to feed you my fat cock with a little horny devil. Oh, he looks hot, too.
Where else do you have gig?
Phoenix. Seattle. Minneapolis. Where else?
I don't know. Goodbye, everyone. Happy Pride. Bag.
And don't forget, if you're in Los Angeles, when does this come out?
In Pride Month, June.
How come everyone always says it burns when you get cum in your eye, but it doesn't?
Different genetic makeups.
What'd you just call me?
All right.